An affirmation says, I am enough. And something in you says, prove it. A sovereign statement says, I embrace my uniqueness and refuse to believe anything that doesn't support it. And something in you says, oh my goodness, yes. So today, we're building yours. Welcome back to Unapologetically in Power. I'm Jennifer Damascus. We're in the Sovereign Practice series. Episode 46, we talked about why most daily practices fail. Episode 47, we built the first layer of the sovereign practice, which is sovereign gratitude. And today we go into the second layer, which is sovereign statements. I introduced these earlier in the series in the affirmations episode, but today we go all the way in. How to write them, how to say them, how to build a complete set that belongs entirely to you. And I want to anchor this in Maxwell's law of the mirror. You attract who you are. My translation, your sovereign statements are the daily practice of becoming, at the identity level, at your core, the woman who attracts the life you're building. Not by pretending, not by performing, by declaring every single day who you already are in motion. So what makes a sovereign statement? And I talked about this in episode 43, but let me go deeper now. A sovereign statement has specific qualities that make it work. It is embodied. It produces a felt sense in the body when you say it. Not just an intellectual agreement, an actual physical response. Something that feels like, yes, that's me. It is active. It describes a woman in motion, not a woman who has arrived. I am building, not just I am. I take action, not just I am confident. The body can feel motion. It sometimes feels static arrival. So a sovereign statement includes ownership. A sovereign statement doesn't hedge. It doesn't say I'm trying to, or I hope to, or I want to be. It declares. Some of them include a refusal, which is a boundary embedded in an identity statement. I embrace my uniqueness and refuse to believe anything that doesn't support this belief. That refusal is not aggression. It is a woman who has decided. And decided is a felt statement the body can inhibit. And the last thing is it is yours. It's not borrowed, not templated, not someone else's language you're trying on, but built from your actual life, your actual values, your actual becoming. So here are some of my own from my own practice. And I'm sharing these not as a template, but as a window into what the real thing looks like. I am a dangerously beautiful, powerful, vibrant woman that feels incredible in her own skin. I am a creative and savvy businesswoman that is building her own financial empire. I embrace my uniqueness and refuse to believe anything that doesn't support this belief. I cultivate success and wealth while living a life of abundance. I am confident in my decisions and take action with courage and conviction. My potential is limitless, and I am capable of anything I set my mind to. I only engage with things that create positivity in my life. I refuse to listen to negative self-talk. Notice what's happening across that list. Some are expansive, painting the full vision of the woman. Some are behavioral, describing how she moves and acts. Some are boundary-based, what she refuses, what she won't engage with. Together, they build a complete identity picture. Not who you will be someday, who you are becoming right now. Every morning, you read them out loud. So how do you build sovereign statements? Let's go through the process. And it starts with who you are already becoming. So ask yourself, what is true about me that I don't say out loud enough? Not what you wish were true, what is already in motion that you keep minimizing or hiding. Write those first. They'll be the easiest to feel because they're already real. Then the next step is add the woman you're deciding to be. And you do this by asking, who am I in the process of becoming? Not a fantasy, the next version, the reachable one, the one your body can feel as possible. And write declarations for her. Then your next step is add your refusals. What will you no longer accept from yourself? What negative pattern? What self-talk? What behavior are you actively dismantling? Write those as declarations. I refuse to. I no longer. I only engage with. And then the last step is read every single one out loud. All of them, every morning. Your voice saying your own declarations back to you is not an affirmation. It is a woman in conversation with her becoming. And that conversation, repeated daily, is how identity actually shifts. And if you want to go one step further, record yourself saying them and listen to them back. But that's an optional, that's not a final. Now I want to name this one more time because it truly matters. You cannot write sovereign statements from behind a mask. If Chameleon is running the show, the statements will be written for the room, not for you. If the invisible one is in charge, you'll minimize them, soften them, make them palatable. If the woman underneath the title hasn't been found yet, the statements will be about your role, not yourself. So the mask work and the sovereign practice are not separate things. The mask work reveals who's been speaking. The sovereign practice gives her a new language. Do both in that order. So here's the practical steps for the week. Set aside 20 minutes this week. Not this morning, not this afternoon, not currently. Give yourself space to do this properly the first time. Quiet space, your notebook, no phone. Seriously, no phone. Hide it in your closet, stick it in a shoebox, throw it under the couch, something. Just no phone, seriously. Write your complete sovereign statements list. Use the 3-part framework. Who you already are, who you are becoming, what you refuse. Aim for 10 to 15 statements. No more than 20 in the beginning. Again, we're going for quality over quantity. Each one should produce a felt response when you read it. If it doesn't, rewrite it until it does. I also want to put this caveat. If you can only make 5, start there. Don't think because I'm saying aim for 10 to 15 that if it's less than 10 or 15, you failed. You haven't. aim for 10, no more than 15. And then the third step, add it to your daily practice. After sovereign gratitude, write the date, write sovereign statements, write them, keep a printed version to read from, then say them out loud. All of them, every day. A sovereign statement is not a wish. It's not an affirmation. It's not a performance. It's a declaration from a woman who has already decided who she is, decided what she refuses, decided how she moves through the world. And every morning she says it out loud, she gives her nervous system more evidence, more proof, more embodied experience of the woman she is building herself into, one declaration at a time. Next episode, the final layer, which is sovereign vision, where you stop treating your goals as a distant destination and start feeling them as realities already in motion. And this one is going to shift how you think about everything you're building. If this episode names something you've been living, the first real step is in another podcast episode, though I appreciate you being here, truly. The first step is knowing which mask has been running the show for you. I invite you to take that identity mask quiz. I'll leave the link in the show notes. Find out which of the 7 masks is costing you the most right now. Thank you for being here with me on this episode. Thank you for trusting me in this journey. And I'll see you next week for Sovereign Vision right here on Unapologetically in Power.